Hi, welcome back to 30 Days of Love. My name is Xing Wei, or you can call me Kai. Alright, so today's topic is on how come I cannot communicate with my partner. Alright, so if you could have heard the background noise there, it is because of noise, filters. So alright, so all of us grew up in different backgrounds, different forms of culture. So when you mention something to someone, it doesn't appear in the same way. So let's just take, for example, Singaporeans speaking to Taiwanese. To a certain degree, to a certain extent, whatever you mention will not be received by the other party. Let's not even talk about language in that sense yet. There is different context. You both grew up in different cultures. There's going to be a barrier in the first place. So 100%, if you are giving out 100% information, the other person is not going to receive 100% information. The other person is probably going to receive maybe 50% of information, depending on what they understand. Alright, so if they don't understand anything, then zilch, you get nothing. So that is the first barrier. The second barrier is, as you are communicating, you're only giving out 50%, because are you communicating with the intent for them to understand, or are you communicating from your point of view, something that you like to get off your chest? Alright, if that person, you know that person can only listen in a language that is, it's for example, if you can only speak English and the other person, for example, the Taiwanese, can speak only Mandarin, then you speak English instead of speaking in Mandarin, which she can understand. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get a communication across, or are you just trying to speak for yourself only? You like the sound of your own voice, right? So it's the same thing as well when you're speaking to your partner. Are you speaking for yourself, or are you speaking with the intention for your partner to understand? So that gives a 50% cut as well. So if you were following from just now, right, different culture, different context gives you about 50% cut, and then you not speaking with the intent for the other person to understand is going to cut that by another 50%. And then the final thing that you have to realize is that most people have their own points of view on things, right? Just because I like dogs doesn't mean you like dogs. Just because I like cat doesn't mean you like cats. So if I talk about the story of a dog to you, even though it's important, even though I think it's very, very essential that you need to know about dogs, the other person is a cat person. She's not going to receive anything that you say just because, as a cat person, or rather as a non-dog person, she just doesn't see the value. And she not seeing the value is not your fault per se, but it just creates another barrier. So that is another barrier. So each time you speak, you are essentially speaking with a 25% chance of the communication getting through. And that's not to say that are you really trained in the art of communication? Or are you really doing something about your communication to other people? So having said that, if you are wondering why your communication doesn't work with your partner, the main issue really is because you're not trying to communicate with her. You're just trying to say what you like to say. And that is the same in many different relationships. People are there selfishly for their own reasons and not for the other person. And that is one of the major causes in miscommunication and relationships that do not work. Alright, so if you want your relationship to work, start paying attention to how you would like the other person to receive the communication. How will they prefer to receive it once, and how open are they to listening to you about that. Alright, so those are the factors involved, and you, as always, start a conversation and figure it out from there. You're never going to be able to figure out if everything is just in your head, right? So do it, and then let us know what's the result. So my name is Kai, or you can call me Xing Wei, 30daysoflove.org. I'll see you again. Bye bye.